Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are drawing Inktober 2025 and the prompt is ragged. So ragged is a concept, okay, like when we would say that the clothes are very old, very torn basically, and they are ready to go to the bin. The ragged word has different connotations. I think I'm gonna use it in the context of when someone is exhausted or stressed from working very hard, and we are making a comic, like a mini comic, during the whole month of October, day by day, without checking tomorrow's prompt. So I want to use the words in the context of what we are trying to explain. Our story basically, that I'm gonna put the beginning here so you can understand who is our main character and what is he doing, like this kind of ranger or this kind of cowboy, is this kind of adventurer basically, defeating some creatures, and from there we realize at some point that his heart has been stolen by like a bad guy, like a brute basically. In the previous prompt I have been designing how this guy, the bad guy, will look. He has some companions, and as well that these guys seem to be working for a more dangerous person, more important person. Okay, so there is a boss basically, and this boss, in my idea, is a lady. I have shown only the hand, and the hand has long nails, like a little bit like a crow, let's say, like the nails are black, like a little bit Halloweeny, because we are in the season of this. So I try to introduce a little bit of Halloween. So if you want to know prompt by prompt what is happening in the story, I invite you to click down below in the show more section. I'm going to put my Instagram. In the Instagram, you're going to be able to see day by day what are the drawings, okay, and the full story. The videos that I'm doing here every Wednesday during the month of October are gonna be specific videos for specific days, the Wednesdays, and you can grab the context, you can understand the context of the story, but obviously for a better understanding, if you want to read the whole thing, it is there in the Instagram, and you can watch one by one and read the text so you can see what's happening, okay? So because I introduced this concept of this boss lady drinking from some sort of container, that this container has the heart of our guy in liquid floating, she's kind of, I want to represent that she's kind of taking energy from here, okay? So for that, I'm gonna start drawing. We have this space more or less to work today. I hope I don't use the whole area because I want to do a square more or less. I'm going to be drawing with the mechanical pencil Big Matic 0.7 millimeters. Okay, I always do this one for certain challenges that I want to add maybe more details to my sketch. And so we understand she just drank this kind of potion, okay, or elixir, that is gonna change her. How the word is ragged, I wanna make her maybe in transition, or maybe in a silhouette, or maybe in some sort of change, okay? To design this, I would like to go for a tiny size drawing, okay? So we're gonna have our character more or less here. I wanna kind of reference the concept of Emu from One Piece. If you don't know who is Emu from One Piece, do not check my other videos relating to Emu, because it's an important character of the story and I don't want you to be spoiled in the One Piece manga. If you want to start watching One Piece to understand at some point who and what is Emu, I'm gonna put here one of the One Piece videos so you slowly start understanding what is One Piece. You can read the manga, you can watch the anime, and at some point you will reach to that point. But if you are new to that story, do not check about that character, because it may spoil you a lot of things, okay? The thing is the concept of silhouette. Here, the concept of silhouette, the concept of maybe shiny eyes or just showing the eye or something. So it makes sense for me, because now we are in the 15th prompt, that we do not show the character. I don't know why, but I'm just kind of fancying maybe doing a close-up of the face instead of silhouette. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try to see. I want to try if I do something like this, that she is gonna be like a silhouette like this. Yes, because I want to kind of make an outline that before she was maybe like this deformed. I can even do. This is not gonna be a proper line for the drawing. This is gonna be kind of a double or triple line to understand that maybe she, after drinking the potion continuously every day, she's kind of shrinking, or she's kind of coming back to her normal size. Like kind of, she's been accumulating so much darkness, battle, stress with all the people that she is hunting and her guys are hunting, basically, that obviously she got overwhelmed by this power, and she's basically ragged about this. So she feels very tired, she feels very exhausted, and she drinks this potion that we don't know why she's picking this guy, that we don't know why she's picking this heart, and that is kind of making her young again, normal again. I'm thinking about all the drawings have a little bit of text explaining the story, explaining what's happening in each drawing. This one probably is gonna be ragged becomes proper once again, kind of this is the aftermath of drinking that potion. She recovered how she used to be, basically, but I don't want to show her. Okay, so let's create the shape of the creature like this, like she was. Think about this like think about this a little bit like Snow White from Disney, the original Snow White from Disney, the old movie, where the witch transforms herself into this old woman, this old witch, ragged as well, like very old, dirty clothes, very like this, and goes to deliver the apple, the poisoned apple, to Snow White. Okay, so this is some sort of comparison to this, or parallelism to this, but the other way around. It's like the witch later is gonna transform back into beautiful, let's say, okay, like in that story. So this is kind of similar concept. Okay, so I want to kind of make her, this is like a blob, okay, like this is like a blob. It's gonna be a very open panel like this, where we have, she's in a room, she's inside a building in a room that it has a lot of flowers at the bottom, okay, like giving you to understand that maybe she may be in some sort of a abandoned mansion or abandoned old house. Okay, I haven't shown that yet, but I've shown some details of this. There is this pedestal in the middle that is holding this tank or this container with the heart, and then on one side she's drinking from it, in the other side we have the cronies, the bad guys, the servants that are working for her. So it makes sense in some aspects. We're gonna make the nails as well here. It makes sense that we actually make this with a little bit of context, okay, so you understand. Anyway, when you read the rest of the prompts, the rest of the drawings, you will be able to see all of this, but just for the sake of having this more or less, okay. So she, probably I should do, to give this intention, I should make the character in a similar pose that she is here in the outline, but like this. Obviously, I have my caricature, my cartoony style, and my characters are very thin related, but I wanna make her a little bit different without actually. We should make a nice hat, I think, like a witch, okay? Could be something like this. It could be even something like this, like a witch, basically. I want her to be like a demon, like a witch, okay? So it can be something like this, and then we will see. We will see if we want to modify something or add something else, okay? So the idea is that she is gonna be, I can make her with a very long skirt, like typical witch design, or maybe I can make her with, because I want silhouette, it can go like this a little bit. Yeah, like this I think I like it more. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I've been thinking about the story, and if you have been following me for a while, you see that in all my drawings there is a story, and I like to connect some characters with other characters that I already have. With this I am expanding the storytelling concept and creating world building, okay, creating worlds, different scenarios, different type of fantasies, let's say. In this one it can be more about horror, witches, adventure. Other one can be more about, I don't know, cowboy style. Different stories, but all of them are trying to connect them somehow. I've been thinking my main character in the story that we haven't named him yet. It makes sense that we name him soon. I hope I can do it in a video. But the thing is that dynamic, it goes very well with another video. You can see another video that I'm gonna put here from the challenge, another drawing challenge I've done last November called Tales of Alethrion. With Tales of Alethrion that I participated already a couple of years. One of those times that I participated, I've done a comic similar to this. I've drawn some squares, and within those squares, I was drawing the characters and everything. This time, I'm not doing a frame, let's say, okay? So, my character right now, it looks quite similar to the man-dragon I was using in that aspect. So, maybe, this is just me brainstorming, maybe at some point, this guy could end up transformed into the man-dragon, and this be some sort of prequel to the story that I already have done there. Because the style is very similar, and the concept of magic is very deep. So if this is gonna be some sort of a witch, I think that could work. So this is gonna be. I don't want to see her face, her features, or anything. I want to maybe do silhouette like this. Yeah, why not do pointy nose? You know, if we can do pointy nose, why not do pointy nose? Some sort of long type of shirt or dress like this up to here, and then she can be wearing some sort of bottoms like trousers or leggings or something. Just I want to remark the legs, because how this is a big shape. If I do her with a long skirt, let's say, with a long dress, we wouldn't be able to see kind of the similar pose. So like this, when we are drawing, we need to think how are we defining all of the details. You know, whatever is convenient for the drawing and whatever is convenient for us, obviously, with all of this, okay? So I don't think I wanna make I don't wanna draw a floor in this case. I wanna do maybe darkness around her, that she's shrinking like a shadow or something. But I think for the concept, this can be interesting. Maybe the hat can be too funny in the concept of what if we give her the hat later? It can be more interesting if we give her the hat later, maybe. If the prompt comes as a concept like that, that, you know, it is gonna be hat or something that we can give her a present or a gift. If there is some sort of prompt like that, gift, present, hat, headpiece, crown. We had already crown, but it can be something like this. We can play with that, or magic when she's creating an outfit for herself, a nicer outfit. I think when doing traditional or when doing drawings in general, mistakes make details. And look at this, that this tiny line, when I was erasing the hat, it seems that she has a little bit of an ear there. I think I would like that this is not gonna be a traditional witch, like a human-looking witch. Maybe she can look a little bit more like an elf. We can make like a witch elf, like in, for example, I think we have League of Legends, certain characters that they are looking like this, and they even have wings, and they are like angels as well. Some sort of mix. It can be interesting like that, okay? Because we need to start creating some story for her. I wanna kind of maybe close with this prompt. I'm gonna sign here on the side with pen, with pencil, so it's already done. And then when I go into the lines, we don't have to worry about that. Because if we go into this aspect, I think it's gonna be interesting. We will see how this how it's gonna end up. Okay, so we have this moment when she just shrank. Maybe she can be a little bit like in water, because maybe this was a blob of, let's say, blood, mud, and poison, venom, or I don't know, like gas, some sort of things like this, like when you are making a potion, basically, in a witch's story. For this challenge specifically, I've been using this very nice set from Sakura. These are the Micron, Pigma Micron Black Edition from Sakura brand. Very nice, very nice. There are 0, 05, 01, 2, 3, 5, and 8. That 8 is thicker, 5 is thicker as well. And I'm enjoying them a lot. The tips are very delicate, very nice, very interesting, and I wanted to test. I had them there for a little bit, and I wanted to test them for a full project, and I have to say I'm enjoying them a lot. So if I see another pack like this, I will definitely get them. So I'm using the thinnest tip I have, 005, because it's a very tiny drawing. In a moment as well, I may change to a thicker one, because the drawing may require a little bit more of thickness on the tip, okay, for what we want to draw. If you are someone new to drawing, someone new to this art, let's say, drawing, I invite you to check here this playlist. You don't know yet how to draw faces, how to draw bodies, and how to understand some principles. I have that very easy for beginners playlist that I am putting together slowly, where you can find everything that you need to get started into drawing, like materials, sketchbook, just with basic things that you can do, okay? There is option as well to slow down the videos and follow with me what I'm doing and do all the exercises, all the, let's say, activities that I'm saying. And those are things I have been doing as well in the schools, in universities and everything, and it works very nice. Everyone is able to finish these tasks with really nice faces drawn, really nice bodies, like female, male, creatures, animals, whatever you want to do. You can apply it from that playlist. Obviously, slowly I'm going to be expanding it, and as well you can request things that you would like to see in that playlist. There is no problem with that. But I invite you to have a look, and as well in the comment section, tell me what do you think about it. What else do you want to see there as well? Okay, I have already a couple of things lined up that I wanna talk, I wanna discuss, but obviously there is no rush. This is a long-term project, like most of the playlists in the channel, and I invite you to check it. If you are new to the channel as well, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for subscribing, watching, liking and everything, and yeah, welcome. Okay, so let's keep drawing this silhouette, and yes, I need to, as I said, she needs to be like coming out of this previous stage, okay? Like she kind of evolved here. She was maybe consumed. She was consumed by exhaustion and hunting and killing enemies and etc., 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 by darkness basically. And now, because she was able to drink from this kind of concoction potion that she has made by putting the heart of our main character, of our protagonist, into this tank of water and drinking the water that is in contact with the heart, she was able to regen. Let's go back to her prime, let's say. Young, maybe she's very, very young, maybe it could be even like this. We could play, depending on how the story is going. Look, this is brainstorming, okay? Feel free to take notes as well if you fancy, okay? Because sometimes it's interesting, like we're in a lecture here. This is how you brainstorm. I am talking to you, I'm talking with you here, I'm talking to myself here as well. I am drawing, I am finding mistakes, I am thinking about the story, what we have done already, how is it going, and where could it lead as well in some concepts. I don't want to plan. I'm just brainstorming, okay? Let's see how I'm doing different texture for the hair. So within the silhouette, if you don't know how to do silhouettes, another video here for silhouettes, you will see I'm doing different textures to give different impression, okay? Here. I'm saying I look like I'm drawing a very young creature. So what if this is a stage that she reaches when she gets old, and all the hatred that she had around her transforms her into this kind of blob, and then when she's able to take the heart of a specific type of person that we will need to think and develop how that's going to be in the story, specific type of person, he's able to regenerate basically, and be reborn in the sense of now she is a youngling, maybe, I don't know, like 12, 13, 14, something like this, and she still has his guys working for her and everything, but guys, she can keep her memories if we want to. Maybe we can make her to forget everything, and she needs to learn. So she is darkness personified, let's say, and she can be being a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy. But at the same time, we can have these cronies, these lackeys working for her, as some guys that are gonna have to take care of her and teach her what they were doing until she kind of lost the thoughts, lost the memories of what she was doing. Okay, so as I said, I wanna do the blob here like this, very, very conceptual, like it's only lines like this, like it was like the think of the swamp that is just like a blob in some designs, okay, like this, like the fingers are like this, like a beast, like a creature, okay, and then like this. And if what I wanna give the impression, the flowers, to understand with the other drawings where are we seeing here, okay? Like this, probably the tank with the heart is behind here or something. We are not, I don't think I'm gonna draw the tank in this one because we already created this main scene with her here, but the flowers have to be here, okay? Something like this is very interesting, and I want her to be in this pool of essence, product, darkness, bad, okay, in this pool of bad thing, okay. That for the bottom probably I will use the other one, because if you are using one of these thin ones and you press too much, the tip will go inside and you lost the pen, because you can't actually pull it out again, okay. So to give an understanding that she is kind of coming from that, you can make these lines around her, okay, and these lines are transforming into the other larger line, okay, like this, like this, like this, okay. Some other lines that can help for that is do something like this. It looks like a tree trunk a little bit, but do something like this. And now, okay, I always say these days that I don't want to sign with pen, because maybe later I want to take nice pictures, erase this and scan it very nice, so I can put it together in Photoshop and make it nicer. Like obviously here we are just working as we go, do a drawing, take a picture, and tomorrow is another day. I have no time to make this as clean as I would like. For example, if I wanted to, let's say, publish this, or if I wanted to put it on a website, let's say, but it works very nice for what we are doing at the moment, okay. So like this, it's kind of giving this impression that she is shrinking from this size. Some other lines here as well. We need to remember that we are adding this text, okay. I'm gonna jump from 005, that is this one, into the next one, that is 01, okay. 01 is a little bit thicker, and what I want to do here is the text. There is a little bit of text that I'm putting on the sides. Normally we can put it on the side, okay. And in this concept, the word ragged, we wanted to use it as I was thinking about ragged becomes proper once again, okay. Let's see how we can fit this here. Ragged becomes proper once again. Ragged becomes proper once again. On the top maybe it's gonna be too long, but probably here, like this. Ragged becomes proper. Once again. I think I like it something like this. I'm doing this this type of squares that in this one they could go at the back, okay. We don't need to close them. And I'm doing this to explain, kind of, this is like a haiku, like a Japanese poem, in the sense of I'm giving you basic sentences of what's happening in the story. There are more underlines within the main storyline, but there are the basics here. You see that I'm doing this kind of very fancy type of letters like this. Ragged becomes proper once again, and then these lines. I will do this kind of fake 3D effect here on the side, like the paper has a little bit of difference from the surface that we are drawing. Okay, here as well we'll do the same, and we stop here. In the previous drawing as well I've done an object on the top. In some other drawings I've done the text on the top. This is something that you can play with when you are drawing your own comics and your own stories. I would always 100% advise for anyone who wants to draw their own stories to draw them. You don't need to think about publishing them, showing them to anyone yet. Okay, you can just do your drawings at home in peace, chilling. Think about the stories when you are going to school, when you are going to work. Doesn't matter if you are doing university, if you are working on a bakery. Doesn't matter what type of day you have. In the background, in your head, you can perform whatever task you need to perform and be thinking about your stories, okay? And at the end of the day, like I do, you can draw whatever you want to draw and then carry on with your day, okay? Until slowly, like this we are doing now, day by day, prompt by prompt, we are creating a story, okay? Sometimes when you start doing this exercise, your stories will make no sense, and that is okay. That is okay. The important thing here is that you draw, you have fun, you stimulate your brain, your ideas, your creativity, okay? If you are watching the videos here, if you are following me here or in Instagram or anywhere, no rush, no rush. This is a long-term process, okay? We are very confused, all of us, with the concept of getting things done or getting things achieved automatically, because as well social media's fold is, or movies fold as well, is selling us the view, the perfect scenario where a whole, let's say, university course happens in one episode, and that is not true, or in 5 minutes, or you can achieve your dream car or your dream comic or graphic novel designed in 3 minutes of a story, because that's what you are seeing on the screen, only 3 minutes. But actually, this takes ages. This takes ages. So you need to be mindful of the process, acknowledge the process, and respect yourself in the sense of, I want to better myself. I know I want to learn silhouettes, I want to learn how to draw faces. I'm just going to take the time to do it. No rush, okay? And step by step, okay? You can't run directly. You don't know how to swim, you will not just start swimming perfectly. You will just jump in the water, start chop, a little bit in the water, until slowly you get the hang of it. This is the same. First, you're going to be drawing characters, and they are going to look horrible. But the thing is that you have discipline, you are constant. I know this is a struggle, and it takes time and effort, but it's going to give you a reward. If you like art, if you like movies, comics, stories, I 100% recommend that you start drawing your own things. I have thousands of stories in my folders that those have never seen the light of day, and it's okay. You know what I mean? There is no rush here. We're just, like now, enjoying the time, brainstorming, talking. As well, if you have any kind of question, it doesn't have to be Inktober related. It can be as well talking about any kind of movies, series, books. I do a lot of drawings as well for books that I just finished reading, for example, and I want to, let's say, celebrate, or I want to talk about them. So feel free to just drop your message in the comment section, open conversation. I am more than happy to answer anything that you may have a concern about, and we can discuss it. And obviously, within my knowledge and within my capabilities, if I have no idea about something, I will say, I'm sorry, but I have no idea about this topic, okay? But yeah, as well, if you want to see some sort of specific video, like you want to send me a recommendation, like, oh, watch this series or watch this movie because it's my favorite and I wanna see a drawing about it in the channel, or I wanna see how I can do a caricature of that person, for example, just ask as well in the comments. We are here to open conversation and have a nice time, okay? So we are doing a little bit of color. I am not painting as such. I am adding just a little bit of blacks, a little bit of gray scale to the drawings, okay? This is just to create ambience, to create a little bit of environment, a little bit of background, call it however you want, but to create the feeling that we are somewhere, okay? So the prompt is ragged. We are using the concept of exhausted after doing a lot of work, basically consumed by what you are doing. We are using that kind of ragged, and there are gonna be many people online doing Inktober using the concept of ragged as a cloth that is very old, very dirty, very torn, and it needs to go to the bin. A lot of people is gonna be drawing clothing for this prompt, and that is okay. I decided to turn it a little bit around, okay? I always like to do that. I always like to do in the morning when I have to think during the day about the new word, or the night before, okay, when I can just think a little bit. Google the word as well. Google the word to have various connotations. A word can mean many things, and a word in slang, for example, can be meaning something else as well. You can play with this. In previous Inktovers, that I'm going to put you one here as well for reference to see, I have been playing with this concept where I tried to draw a character with various of the connotations, okay? If ragged in this case is exhausted from a lot of work, consumed by work basically, and on top of that is the clothes are torn and everything, I have done in the past both concepts mixed in the same drawing, okay? I have done as well in the past some challenges where I would say I'm gonna take two challenges at the same time. I have Inktober giving me ragged, and then I have another challenge at the same time during the month of October that is saying pencil. So with pencil and ragged, I'm gonna make my character, or I'm gonna make my scene. That is allowed as well. You can play. This is something for the enjoyment, okay? For the playfulness of this, and as I said before, to pump your creativity up, okay? Let's do all of these lines. These lines are very, very famous transition lines, that you will call it transition lines in comics, in graphic novels, and they are basically representing when something is expanding or getting smaller, like in this case, okay? And you can represent it like this. Very, 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 very nice. Just have to cut there 1 second because it's full of planes today, and I can hear them. I'm not sure if you can actually hear them, but I can hear them quite strong here. So I just wanted to maybe just pause for a second the video there. So this is our scene, okay? I'm thinking about Halloween concepts. As you can see, the story is getting a little bit Halloweeny. I'm thinking about concepts relating witches, as you can see, witches, demons, skeletons, werewolves, you know, vampires. All this is brewing in my mind because I don't normally focus it in Halloween. I don't normally focus it in this aspect, but I feel in the Halloween mood, and maybe this is gonna go into the twist of being more Halloweeny. Okay, maybe. I just want to add maybe a second line to create a little bit more of distinction between two levels of background. Like there is something like pumping in here, like brewing in this character like this. There is something around, you know, like this, that it just happened. Something magical, something dark, like this. I have finished, and I may do a drawing as well. I have finished the Netflix series of Luna Nera, that means Black Moon, and from Italian, it's an Italian series from Netflix about witches. And obviously when it's Halloween, I need to watch Halloween stuff, and I loved it. And that's as well why maybe I'm today more thinking about Halloween and witches, and making maybe her like some sort of a witch or an elf witch or something like that. And yeah, things that you have around you will impact and they will influence in what you want to do. The style of things, you will not realize about those things until you are already more into making stories, but you will say, oh, actually, I'm writing about this, or I'm drawing about this, and it looks pretty similar, or similar eyes, or similar clothes, or similar discourse of that other series I'm watching, or that book I'm reading at the moment, because you are in the mood. You're in the mood, you're in that feeling, and that is very nice and very interesting as well. Okay, so do not discard any of those ideas. Just start creating. Let's do. I think we are done. I like it. It's something experimental. It's something transformative in today's video, and I like it. As I said, feel free to text me in the comment section, ask any question, art related, non-art related, movie industry, animation industry, 3D as well if you want. Anything that you may come to your mind that is a question that you want to ask. If you are a fan of One Piece, I am doing every weekend One Piece videos, talking about characters, talking about most of the time as well the latest episode. So probably soon I'm going to be talking about 1162. I put you already a link there. If you are into One Piece already and you are up to date, I'm going to put you here my latest One Piece video as well, so you can see what I'm talking about at the moment. And yeah, feel free to sail through my website as well to see more stories. I have plenty of stories there. And yeah, click everywhere and see everything I'm doing, and that's it. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit of bottom here. And we are done for today. Okay? So this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want. And this is the Mandrago's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoy this nice chat, nice brainstorm, nice creation of this scene for Inktober 2025 prompt ragged. And yeah, I see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.